What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie captain, goddess, king, lady speech in the place to be. And I want to welcome you to my live. I want to welcome you to this reading. I want to welcome you to my channel. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So it's Monday, okay? It's Monday, and it's time for me to spill the spiritual tea. It's time for me to offer you a little spiritual guidance. It's time for me to give you a bit of spiritual counsel. You heard me? It is November the 9th, and it is a beautiful Monday. Now, if you've been following me for a while on other platforms, specifically on Instagram, which I'm currently still banned on, we'll talk about that in a video coming up in the next, in soon. And if you follow me on Facebook, and again, I'm banned on there, we'll talk about it in that same video coming up, coming soon. You know that I offer a reading to my followers. Well, I've been talking about moving those readings to this channel, to this platform for a long time, and here we are, here I am, and this is what we're gonna do. So, welcome. It's Monday, and it's time to give you a reading, and this is how we're gonna get in. This is what we're gonna do. I don't know what I was just saying. Anyway, oh, I know what I was saying. Let me break down how this is gonna work, and it's pretty much gonna work the same that it's worked on Instagram and on Facebook. So for those of you who are new here, give me a second, bear with me. I'm gonna break down what this process looks like. And those of you who have been following me for a while, you already know what's up, but bear with me as I break down the process. So number one, this is a reading. It's a tarot card reading, and I have got some tarot cards. So today we're gonna be using the Carolyn Meese deck. We're gonna be using the Goddess Oracle deck. We're going to be using the Osho Zen deck, and we're going to be using the message from our Animal Friends deck. Now, we also got my trusty affirmation box. Yes, when I do readings with you guys on Mondays, I like to include my affirmation box. I like to let the universe and the affirmation box conspire to give us a good word. So this is an affirmation box, and it is filled with a bunch of affirmations. If you've watched my channel recently, last week I uploaded some affirmation ASMR. You're gonna see some more of that, and this here box is featured. So anyway, I am going to pull at random from this box, and I'm going to say an affirmation to fill up my cup. What I mean by that is I'm going to speak the affirmation and pour it into myself and take it into me, and then I'm going to encourage you to repeat the affirmation after me so that you can fill up your cup, okay? And lastly, but definitely not least, we all know that I am consistently and always surrounded by, my Loa, my spiritual team, my guardian angels, and my ancestors. But when I do these readings for you on Mondays, I like to bring my rock friends. So I've got 3 rock friends with me today. First and foremost, I've got my trusty crystal quartz in the house. I absolutely love this crystal quartz. I need to wash it off. It's been handling some work for me. So I'm going to do some cleansing of that soon. And then I have my lovely black tourmaline, one of my favorite protective stones. Black tourmaline always comes through in the Cobra clutch for me. And lastly, I've got this new baby that I have picked up. This is my smoky citrine. It is a Lord have mercy. It is a yellow-green citrine, a smoky citrine, and this is really good in the help of manifestation. So I'm going to put that one in my pocket. But are you ready to get into this reading? Let's get into this reading. For all of you who are joining me actually here on live, thank you. I'm glad we could connect. For those of you who are viewing this, whenever you're viewing this, I'm glad we could connect. And this is going to get to you. It's going to come to you whenever it gets to you. Feel free to share this on other social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever, all the places, Twitter, do it. Also, speaking of Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at Lady Speech. You can follow me at my backup Instagram, which is Lady Speech Sankofa, all right? I also want to acknowledge that in the background right now, you can hear my hallway. I live in an apartment building, as I'm saying it. They're drifting away. But that was in the background. The noise you heard was the maintenance or the cleaning crew vacuuming my hallway. So that's that. That's that noise. That'll calm down soon. Also, if you benefit from this content, feel free, baby, to show your financial appreciation. Do not cannibalize the work of Black women and femmes, okay? Pay Black, brown, and indigenous femmes and non-men for our emotional, community, spiritual, intellectual, inspirational labor. My Cash App is Lady Speech. My Venmo is Lady Speech Sankofa. Are you ready for this reading? Let's get into it because I'm ready to give it to you. I'm ready to give it to you. I'm ready to give it to you. I'm ready to spill this spiritual tea. All right, let's do this. Let me actually take a sip of tea and I'm going to spill this spiritual tea. Okay, we're going to start with the Carolyn Meese deck. First and foremost, we have the Rescuer. Provides strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. All right, times are still rough, my loves. I'm in America, and in America, we all know that the election just passed. And this last 4 years has been rough for a lot of people. The last 500 years in this country has been rough for Native Indigenous people and has been rough for Black people. Okay, so celebrate the fact that there is a sigh of relief. There is, for a lot of us, the last 4 years are over. Someone new is in office. But also we must acknowledge that times are still lean. Trans people are still very much under attack. Black people are still very much under attack. Black trans woman life expectancy is 35, okay? And Native Indigenous people, the Navajo Nation was ravaged. Not just the Navajo Nation, but Native Indigenous communities have been ravaged when it comes to COVID, when it comes to this pandemic, okay? So the Rescuer is talking about the fact that we've got to be there for each other, all right? Congratulations to the new motherfucker in office who is there, the new president. I'm grateful for you. This gives us a little bit of a breathing room. This is a little bit of harm reduction. Okay, congratulations to Biden. Good, all that good stuff. But folks is still not in the clear in this piece. So the Rescuer is a reminder that we must be there for each other, that we must be there for one another, that we must be there for each other, be there for your village, be there for your community. But also, the Rescuer reminds us to be there for yourself as well, okay? Now, being there for your community, being there for your people, this is not a call to run yourself ragged in the name of saving everyone. This is not it. This is not the call to run yourself completely ragged to the bone, to the ground, in the name of giving all of your resources, your last breath to everybody. You must take care of yourself, okay? The Rescuer speaks to the fact that, we have to take care of each other and we must take care of ourselves, okay? Also, and this is not about, you ain't got to film it. The Rescuer is also not about, you ain't got to, put it on Instagram. You ain't got to put it on social media. You ain't got to always document that where we are being there for each other. We must show up for each other, point blank and simple. And we can't always, it is, yes, practice gratitude, and it is a good thing when people are grateful. But also, sometimes the gratitude that someone can give you doesn't look like what you think you deserve, okay? As long as it comes from the heart, as long as it comes from the spirit and the soul, accept that gratitude and move forward. But make sure that as we are there to help people, it is not for nefarious reasons. We're not trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho. We're not trying to be Captain Savior in this piece, okay? But we offer genuine help when we are called to. The shadow attributes of this is assumes the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy, all right? So make sure you're not offering help with a backhand smack, okay? The shadow attribute makes sure and reminds us that we need to be offering our help and our assistance from a place of purity, from a place of wanting to be there for our people, for humanity, for our village, and not from a place of saviorism. We don't want to help from a place of keeping someone needy, keeping someone in the same position. There's a lot of these companies, there's a lot of these big organizations that help the poor, but in the end, it's a backhand smack. They're not actually supporting communities so that they can become self-sustainable. They're not actually supporting people so that they can be on their own. They're not giving sustaining help. There are a lot of these places and a lot of people give, and a lot of religious organizations give conditional help, give help that it ends up perpetuating the situation that causes strife and distress and trauma. So make sure that we're coming from a place of purity. Make sure that we're not keeping people needy as we are offering them help. We have the Knight, which is all about loyalty, romance, chivalry, and love of honor. This is all about, like, when we think about the archetype of the knight, we think about, the knight in shining armor, the warrior. Okay, the knight is someone who has pledged their loyalty to a king, to a sovereign, to a power that is bigger than them. Okay, a love of honor. Their honor means a lot to them. This really speaks about the personal code. Who are we giving our loyalty to? Are they worthy of the loyalty that we are giving to them? Okay, making sure that when it comes to our job, when it comes to our politics, when it comes to our family, when it comes to our lovers, when it comes to our friends, when it comes to our political affiliations, when it comes to our religion, when it comes to our God, when it comes to our spiritual houses, who are we giving our loyalty to? Who are we giving this to? This also speaks to a space. And when we think of chivalry, chivalry is really just about assigning forethought when we are in the presence of other people. And like, we're going to take gender out of this. It's not about man, woman thing. We're going to take gender out of this. Chivalry is about showing up for people. When we think of chivalry, it's like open doors for people. Like, think about people's comfort when we are with them. How important it is to like think of others' comfort, because a lot of us are going through a lot right now, okay? Be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others, because we are all fighting a very crazy battle in this piece, all right? The shadow attribute is allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions, okay? So, number one, check your romantic delusions, physically, mentally, figuratively, all that stuff. Romantically and politically, all the things. Number two, are you showing allegiance to a destructive ruler, okay? It's okay to change your mind. It's okay if you were coming from a pure place. If you believed something, you were coming from a pure place, you thought someone was someone, or they used to be that person, and they have shifted, or the cause has shifted, and you have to disassociate yourself and realign yourself with different leadership, okay? In this election, we saw a lot of that, okay? We saw a lot of that. We saw a lot of people who are aligned with one thing, and on both sides, okay? I saw a lot of black people, a lot of people a lot of brown people, there were a couple indigenous people too. Of course, there was a lot of white women who aligned themselves with an entity and a power that is clearly anti-black, clearly indigenous, in my opinion. Clearly all of these anti-things, anti-queer, anti-trans, I saw a lot of people aligning. I also saw a lot of people who had formerly aligned with entities that were, clearly anti all these things, and they aligned with that, take away their loyalty. So shadow attribute is really about making sure that, like, looking at where your loyalties lie, and personally, on a huge level, on a big level, and it is okay to switch it up sometimes. If you find that where your loyalty was placed is now become a rotten space, it's okay to acknowledge that, do your healing work, separate, and move on, all right? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We are going to dip into our affirmation box. That's it from the Carolyn Meese deck, okay? I know you guys, I see somebody has commented. This is my first time doing this live here. They don't stay around. So this is the thing. There we go. I'm learning this thing. Poison said, I'm happy to see you not banned somewhere. Thank you. Me too, honey. Me too. Me too. And with that being said, you can definitely I look forward to posting a lot more regularly on this channel. Every Monday, I'm pretty much going to bring the reading here. Once I'm unbanned on some of these other platforms, I will do mini readings on there. I think I might. I don't know if I'm going to grace them. Well, actually, I know I'm not going to grace those platforms as deeply as I used to. But definitely, you can see me on here. The website is coming soon. The Patreon will be released and announced next week, and the OnlyFans is coming as well. All right. Yeah, folks. Folks, you know, a lot of my ban centered around fat phobia and centered around anti-blackness. So since folks is mad that I am, you know, a fat, wonderful woman who loves a femme, a non-men, also a man, you know, because my pronouns are they and she and king. So you know, because like that is something, because I love myself, because I speak about, you know, I speak up against anti-blackness, that those are the things that get me banned. So I'm going to double down on those things. Okay, you can definitely catch me on my own OnlyFans doing some motivational things, kind of naked. You're definitely gonna see me doing some, you know, dominatrix things, like folks is mad. Well, then I've got some things to make them matter. So I'm just going to diversify my presence on a lot of different platforms, monetize some of that as well, and keep it pushing. All right. Definitely, folks can put pause. You know, what I've learned in my life and what I've learned about when you follow your path and your purpose is outside forces can definitely pause you. They can definitely pause you, and they can definitely reroute you. But hear me when I say what's yours is yours, okay? When you walk your path, when you honor your purpose, what's yours is yours, and you will not be stopped. You will not be thwarted. Now, folks did put a little wrench in things, okay? But fortunately, I was already building up this channel. I already knew folks was coming for me. So there was things that were in place, okay? Not to the place I needed them to be, but it's gonna be all right. It's good to see y'all, though. It's good to see y'all. Now, let's get into these affirmations, okay? This affirmation, oh, yes, yes, Lord. And I take this. It is a mark of strength to ask for help, okay? And you know what? I want to say, it's saying that I want to say thank you to everybody who's throwing down for me. There's a lot of people who have reached out and said, can we help you with this? And I definitely have a plan. I needed to be in my feelings about this ban. I needed to be in my feelings. And I'm going to do a whole video about everything that flushes out all of the issues and everything and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna fight back. But I had to take the last couple weeks and really just be in my feelings. This was incredibly violent, and it is incredibly it is traumatic. Okay, this really triggered a lot of like traumatic things, and like what happened to me was blatantly unfair, and due to racism, due to institutional racism, anti-blackness, fat phobia, whorephobia, all of that stuff. So it was messed up, and I really needed to take a couple weeks and be in my feelings about it. I lost a lot of money because of what happened, and I'll still be losing money for a second until some things recovered. So I'm really happy that folks have been throwing down for me, and they've offered help, and also I'm appreciative of when I've asked for help, it has shown up. So this one means a lot for me. Oh, this one means a lot from me. Yep, Sarah F. Oh, you're banned. That's why I haven't gotten a million messages. Yeah, darling. They deleted my account on Instagram, and I'm banned on Facebook, and they didn't follow any protocol. This was right before the election. I was planning an action. Yeah, I'll get into the tea in a different video coming up soon. But let's get back into this reading and these affirmations. This affirmation says, it is a mark of strength to ask for help. I want you to repeat after me. Put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your brain. Put your hand on yourself. Put your hand somewhere on you. I really want you to take this to heart. It is a mark of strength to ask for help, okay? It is a mark of strength to ask for help. It is a mark of strength to ask for help. It is a mark of strength to ask for help. It is a mark of strength to ask for help. It is a mark of strength to ask for help. It is a mark of strength to ask for help. So if you need help, ask for it, baby. Ask for it, baby. All right. This affirmation says, I radiate wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Repeat after me. I radiate wealth, abundance, and prosperity. 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 Let's get back into our reading. The next card we have is Inanna, which is all about embracing the shadow. Okie dokie. Inanna is about embracing the shadow, not eradicating the shadow. We think about what is the shadow aspect of us, okay? The shadow aspect of us contains a lot of things, and it's not a bad part. It's the part that contains our anger, okay? It's the part that contains our sickness sometimes, our mental health issues. It's the part that contains anxiety. It's the part of us that contains our protective part, our wild part, the part of us that is a lot more primal. When we take a look at this card, we have this angelic god-like figure, and then we have this more primal lioness figure, and they are united. They are both being poured upon. It is about balance, okay? The embrace of our shadow aspect, healing the things within our shadow that need to be healed, but also embracing the shadow aspect, the primal, the wild, the instinctual. That is also contained in the shadow and is rooted in the shadow aspect, the instinctual side of us, okay? So embracing the shadow is about embracing our anger, is about embracing our rage, is about embracing these things, all parts of us that make us, our feminine and our masculine, okay? Our ratchet and our righteous, okay? We are doubled up, my friends. We contain multitudes, and all of these multitudes, all of these parts of us are very necessary to our wholeness, okay? So Inanna is about embracing that, embracing these things and healing around the things that need to be healed, being honest around the things that need to be healed. If you deal with mental health issues, baby, it's okay to admit that. There's no shame in admitting that we deal with mental health issues. All right, get the help. If you have access to resources, if you have privilege that gives you access to resources to help you heal these things and work on these things, then do so. Then do so. But not embracing the fullness of who you are doesn't get you anywhere. As a survivor of child rape, child molestation, as a survivor of a lot of crazy things, I can tell you that embracing my entire truth as a survivor, embracing all my fullness as a survivor, helps me. It helps me to heal. It helps me to work on it. It helps me to work on my issues at their root, not denying these different aspects of me, not denying where I have done where my behaviors, the things I have done haven't been the best, has helped me to embrace the root of those issues, the root causes of the not so good things. But those things, the healing of those things have enhanced me as a whole. Also being able to embrace the shadow allows you to be in balance with your anger. It allows you to be in balance with the wild, primal, instinctual aspects of you, okay? So we have Yemeya Yamoja, who is all about, we're all up in the Goddess Oracle deck. This is all about surrender. This card is about surrender. Two things about surrender. When it's too much to bear, it's okay to say that. It's okay to admit when it's too much, when it's too heavy, when we're feeling too weighed down, when the load is too much to bear. It's okay. Surrender doesn't mean that we're weak. The message that comes through with Yemoja, with this Yemeye card, is that sometimes we have to surrender. Sometimes we have to say, hey, this is getting to be a bit much. My mental health is not doing okay. My physical health is not doing okay. I'm not okay with this situation. I'm not okay carrying, like, being trapped in the prison of myself, okay? This is about surrendering. This is about surrendering to our God, Goddess, Most High, our spiritual team. This is about surrendering to admitting that our own humanity, it is human to surrender, all right? You are not less than, okay? Yemeya is about asking for help, asking for assistance, surrendering to the fact that the loads that we carry sometimes get heavy. And we are animals, and animals are pack. entities. We are pack entities. We are traditionally in our indigenous core, we belong in villages, in groups, in tribes, these packs. This keeps us safe. It allows us to advance as a species. It allows us to grow and expand culture. Surrender. If you are not in a good space mentally, it's okay to say, you know what? Hey, I need some help. I'm feeling real close. My suicidal ideation is getting out of control. I'm getting closer to developing a plan. It's okay. It's okay to admit that we're struggling. It's okay to admit that we're suffering. If we're suffering financially, it's okay to admit that we need help. If we need to eat, it is okay. All right. All right, so that's it for the Goddess Oracle deck. Let's get into this affirmation. This affirmation says, oh wait, I dropped it. This affirmation says, I am a constant state of progress. Repeat after me. I am a constant state of progress. I am a constant state of progress. Repeat after me. I am a constant state of progress. I am a constant state of progress. I am a constant state of progress. So that reminds us that we're always a work in progress, okay? You are simultaneously a hot mess, and you are also a work of art, a most precious work of art in progress. You are a beautiful masterpiece. You are so perfect in your design, and also you are problematic, and we contain multitudes. So we are a consistent work in progress, okay? As long as you are focusing on your healing and your growth, you're doing all right. This next affirmation says, my mind is becoming stronger. Repeat after me. My mind is becoming stronger. 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 That's actually really important to repeat to ourselves and actually do things to strengthen your mind. We live in a society that keeps us caught up in systems and ways of working that, like, you know, we can feel like we're being broken down. And when we're constantly being bombarded with fear tactics and trauma and like traumatic news and own ourselves, like maybe living traumatic lives and dealing with past traumas, it can be a lot. So, you know, do some affirmations, you know, and feed that mind. Feed that mind, baby. Feed that mind, baby. All right. Again, the Cash App is Lady Speech. The Venmo is Lady Speech Sankofa. If you are benefiting from this reading, feel free to show some love. We have the, because this is labor. Let's all recognize that. We're going to move on to the Goddess, or not the Goddess Oracle deck. We just left the Goddess Oracle deck. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on to the Osho Zen Tarot deck. Okay, honey? That's where we are now. All right, so we have the Success card. The Success card reminds us that success is about an ebb and a flow, baby. Success is an ebb and a flow. Success is an ebb and a flow. Ebb and a flow. Success is an ebb and a flow. Ebb and a flow. Success is an ebb and a flow, okay? So you might be in the valley of success, all right? You have to understand that if you are in the valley of success, if you are sitting here, you're not going up towards success, this too shall pass. And this place, the valley, has many lessons, okay? Some of you are on the upslope. Some things are getting better. For some of you, success is on its way. You're on the top. When you get to the top, also know that this too shall pass. So when you are in these successful times, make sure that you give thanks and you are grateful. And you prepare for the times when things are going to be not so successful, okay? Life isn't about this consistent, you know, even in this time of social media and Instagram, in this time where rich people flaunt all the things they have in comparison to what people do not have. No one, please let me remind us all that there is nobody on this planet Earth that has a life that is consistently happy or free of strife or trauma. No one. Everyone's life has ebbs and flows. In a space and time where we are really good at faking it, everyone has ebbs and flows. Even though you might see people who every time you see them, they're always smiling, that doesn't mean that they haven't experienced trauma or pain, or there aren't times when things aren't lean or not successful or not good. So if you're going through a space where it's not that great, please hang on. It is going to get better. This too shall pass. Prepare, manifest, start thinking and growing towards what your goals are. I personally have experienced, the last couple of weeks were traumatic and they were not cool. It wasn't cool. From the money that I lost, from the way that I was targeted, systematic racism is traumatic, and it was traumatic, and it is traumatic, and it isn't cool. I also know that this too shall pass. So this time that I'm spending in the valley is about reevaluating, learning to get whatever lessons I need to get from this, appreciating the blessings that I still have, even though I've gone through, there is loss that I've experienced, there's great loss, there's crazy trauma that I'm going through, and understanding and planning for the future, because when this passes, I want to have directed this in some way, shape, or form. So, but success, and the very direct message for some of you listening to this, is that success is on its way, that you've been experiencing a very lean time. It's been crazy, but it's not gonna come in the way that you thought. Like the success, the goodness that's coming towards you, you're looking at this door, and really it's coming from over here. Okay, so look alive, be aware. Also, speaking of success, we are next have possibilities. This card is all about opening up to the possibilities that are around you. That sometimes we get this very single-minded view, and we're only looking at our future, our destiny, through a single lens, that we're only going to be successful, it's only going to work through this way, shape, and form. The possibility reminds us to pull up from our lives, from our goal, and get an eagle's eye view on what we are doing. Earlier in the reading, I was talking about when you walk your path, when you answer your calling, outside forces might be able to pause you. Outside forces might be able to rearrange your route. But what they can't do and what they won't do is stop you from doing what you were born to do, stop you from doing what you came to do. All right. So you got to pull up. All right. Pull up. You got to pull up and get that bird's eye view and think about all of the possibilities. Oftentimes, when we are being rerouted in our life, that is the universe telling us to pull up. That sometimes we've gotten this, cylinder view of things, and it's time to pull up and see the full map of where we're going and the possibilities that are with us and at hand. All right. So let's get back into this reading. I hope you are enjoying it. I have missed you. With this band, know that I'm just going to be getting down differently. All right. We're going to be doing the readings on here. So every Monday you can tune into this, channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Just like with all technology, I know with other creators, sometimes people get unsubscribed from things or unsubscribed from people. And we all know there's a lot of crazy things going on my social media right now. So make sure that you like the videos, you comment, you press the notifications to be notified of my schedule. I plan on participating in Vlogmas, which means Vlogmas is posting a video every day. My goal is to participate in Vlogmas all days of December. That is a lofty goal for me, because filming and editing is a different beast here on here. But I'm an ex-Jehovah Witness, so I think it would be cool to and I'm long gone in that space, and I'm giving you a reading, so obviously I'm a full mystic, all in my dominatrix, not that life, but I think it would be cool to get my perspective on how I get down during the holiday seasons and what that looks like for me as an ex-Jehovah Witness and full-on witch healer. So I do plan on participating in that. So yeah, we're gonna be getting down differently, and then of course, as I said, the Patreon is coming, the OnlyFans is gonna be up, and the website is gonna be where all the juice, the good juice, is gonna be on ladiespeech.com. The good juice is gonna be on ladiespeech.com. So yeah, watch December should be dope. December should be real dope. And I've got a bunch of other content planned for you. I have a whole bunch of content planned for you on this channel. So, press those notification bells. Let's do some affirmations. And then I got 2 more cards with you, and then we're done. All right. And, with these lives, I think I like this format. I was going to do like record videos of my of the readings, but since YouTube is letting me use this live feature, I think I'm going to continue just to do the Monday readings in this format. So every Monday unless something switches up, I'm going to do the Monday readings on the live format, and then I'm going to continue to, post videos for y'all. And I also am going to utilize this live feature for other things as well. So it is what it is. Okay. So we're going to do this affirmation. Repeat after me. The universe lifts me, supports me, guides me. I really feel like the universe is dragging my ass in this reading today. Repeat after me. The universe lifts me, supports me, guides 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 me. All right, y'all. That was my roommate who just walked in the door. So that's the background noise that you hear. But we on live. You in my house. You in my house. Welcome. We do regular house things in here. All right. All right. This next affirmation is I release worry. Repeat after me. I release worry. I release worry. I release worry. I release worry. All right. When this video is done, feel free to share it. Feel free to share it on, all social media. I'm going to upload it to my channel. I'm still learning this platform. I did mention a couple of serious subjects in here, so we'll see. I'm learning, we'll see. I'm learning this algorithm and learning all of these things, learning the things that I can say, learning things that I cannot say. So yeah, I'm going to upload this. Feel free to share it on all, and I actually encourage you, please share it on Facebook. Please share it on Instagram. Let the peoples know that this is where I'm getting down. All right. So make sure you check out my channel. We have the spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Okay, a couple things. For the writers, write your story, share your truth. For those of you who are poets, write your poetry. For those of you who are sitting on books, I'm definitely getting dragged right now because there's like 4 books I'm sitting on that I've been writing for a while. For those of you who are sitting on books, me included, write the book, finish the poetry, write the tutorial. But also, even if you're not a writer, all of us write on social media. When we think about one of the things about my Instagram getting deleted is that was my personal account for a long time. And what I post is very much true to my life. Yes, I know how to brand myself, but everything that I do is authentic and true to me. I do not take pictures for the sake of. I don't do just for, I'm just doing this because of. These clothes are mine. These things I do are mine. This ceremony is real. This ritual is real. All of these things are real, okay? And it is important that I communicate my authentic truth. It is important that we use these things to speak our truth. And sometimes your truth is ugly. Sometimes the truth is dirty. Sometimes the truth is not cute. But if it's your truth, it's your truth. Here's the thing about life. No one gets out of this piece clean. No one. We contain multitudes, and we are a balance. You are problematic to something, to someone, somewhere. And you are also a blessing, the biggest blessing to many peoples, many places. Write your story. Write your truth. All right? And for those of you who write creatively, express yourself. Express the pain. Express the sorrow. Express the truth. Express the jubilation and the love. Express yourself where you're at. And lastly, we have the honeybee, and the honeybee says, let compassion, forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. So be compassionate and forgive yourself. The first message that comes to mind, Spirit is telling me somebody needs to hear. Somebody out there, one of you needs to hear that you need to forgive yourself for all the crazy things that you've done. Okay? Forgive yourself for the way you've been problematic. Forgive yourself when you have been the one to mess up. Forgive yourself for the wild things you've done in the name of your mental health. Forgive yourself and show some compassion for yourself. Focus in on your healing. For some of you, the message is it's time to forgive someone in your life. They've done the work. They have made amends. They are truly sorry. And you have done the work. And you've reached the natural space of forgiveness. Now, I'm going to say this, which can be about a word about forgiveness that might be taken as controversial. I've said it before. It's oftentimes taken as controversial. When it comes to life-altering things, you don't have to forgive everyone. As a survivor of child rape and child molestation, my life is actually really wonderful if I never forgive those people who have hurt me in that way. Not extending them forgiveness isn't going to stop me from living a really beautiful life. Working on what happened to me as a survivor, working on healing myself, that enhances my life. Okay? Just a word about forgiveness. And also, you cannot offer true forgiveness to someone until you've really processed and touched down on all the feelings, until you've really given space and given home and given and embraced all the rage, all the sadness, all the everythings associated with whatever betrayal, whatever pain that they have given onto you. Okay? So, forgiveness. Where and when you are called to it, give it. Show compassion. Give it to yourself first and foremost, and then give it to whoever it is appropriate to give it to. But also, do not allow yourself to be forced to forgive when you are not ready. Because if you are not ready and you don't mean it, you won't offer it. And all of that fake forgiveness will just create false connection. It will create false narratives. It will create things that are unnecessary. Okay? To offer true forgiveness to when you have been wronged, you must feel all the feelings. You must process all the things. All right. Those are the last of those cards. Let's do a couple more readings, and then I'm going to let you go. I am enjoying this. This was good for me today. I hope it's good for you. I'm going to go ahead and upload this on my channel and keep it pushing. I've got a couple of videos planned for you this week. So, yeah, turn your notifications on and all that good stuff. If you've benefited from this reading, go ahead and you can show the Cash App some love, which is Lady Speech, and the Venmo, which is Lady Speech Sankofa. The PayPal is ladyspeechsankofa@gmail.com. I realized that I didn't share that earlier. So let's do a couple affirmations. I'm going to let you guys go. This affirmation says, I let go of negative self-talk. I let go of negative self-talk. Repeat after me. I let go of negative self-talk. 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 Words are spells, and when you talk crazy about yourself, when you talk shit about yourself, that's a curse. So one of the things that I used to do that I oftentimes, if I find myself ever slipping into negative self-talk, one of the things that I do, and I would do with kids when I used to teach, is if you cursed yourself by talking shit about yourself, then I would make you say 5 things about yourself to reverse the curse, 5 blessings. If you cursed yourself with negative self-talk, then you'd have to say 5 blessings to revert that. And eventually, when I was dealing with my own negative self-talk, because I used to be bad, that really got me out of that, So a tip if you're struggling. And this last affirmation says, I take daily action on things that matter to me. Repeat after me. I take daily action on things that matter to me. I take daily action on things that matter to me. I take daily action on things that matter to me. I take daily action on things that matter to me. I take daily action on things that matter to me. All right, my loves, that has been your Mystic Magnificent Monday reading. All right, that was me spilling the spiritual tea in this piece. I didn't drink as much tea during that reading. I meant to. Hydrate yourself, my loves. Remember, do your Kegels and drink your water, okay? Do your Kegels and drink your water. Hydrate the body. Hydrate the body. Okie dokie. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for tuning in. You have been absolutely wonderful. Feel free to share this on all the social media platforms, baby. Tweet it out. Put it on Tumblr, honey. Put it on Facebook, baby. Share it on the gram. Do what you got to do, because that only helps me out. And I look forward to creating for you. Coming back to creating has been a bittersweet. My heart has been hurt, but I am feeling truly inspired. So I know that's how I know I'm healing, when I have some genuinely good ideas and I want to create. That's how I know it's getting better. So all is getting better and all will be well. I love you dearly, and thank you for tuning in. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I love you. Have a good day. Bye. Now let's see if I know how to close this. Here we go. End. Yes, here we go.